Do you know New York is Nueva York? Nueva York means New York. I didn't know that. We're going to be breaking down the entire Benita Bowl. Okay, okay. The Super Bowl halftime, we'll be breaking it entirely. You know, why Lady Gaga was there, why Cardi was there and didn't sing, why was a little boy, why was there an actual wedding, the songs, everything. I have plenty of notes, like out the wazoo amount of notes, and we're just gonna be going into it. We're gonna the songs and the songs that he played and what each song meant. Before we go into that, let me just tell you what I thought about Bonita Bol. First of all, uh, Bad Bunny's album that he released last year, and I can never honestly say it. My God, I believe I'm talking about the title. The title is no, I can't say it. Oh, I think it's like DB Tierra Mes Fotos. Is that the title of the album? Anyways, the album, okay, of last year was amazing. It's really rare for me to like half of the songs of an album. It's just good vibes. It's love. It's just party. Like when you play any of those 6, 12 songs or any of the songs, I am going to be crumping. I am going to be booty busting. I'm going to be doing all of that and more on the damn floor. I'm going to be moving. I cannot stop when a Bad Bunny song is playing. It was so good. That and Cowboy Carter was probably my favorite albums of 2025. With that being said, I was really happy that he was picked for the Super Bowl halftime. I didn't know what to expect. Did I think he would be playing songs in English? No, because he's Bad Bunny and his songs are all in Spanish. Did I think it was an amazing choice of the NFL? Yes. Was it an amazing choice by Rock Nation? Yes. Believe it or not, and we're just going into the question that a lot of people have. We're going through a lot of the skepticism too, a lot of the critiques. People say, "Oh, why Bad Bunny?" Well, Bad Bunny is a huge star. The numbers that he pulled nationally, internationally by one artist, just by him, beat every single record. Okay. Even with the halftime performance, it pulled in like 250 million views for 13 minutes. Okay. We're talking about an artist that honestly can play stadiums upon stadiums upon stadiums in the US. And I don't know if he's ever played a concert. I think he hasn't because of the US immigration stance on things. I don't think he's played a US concert, but he has done his residency in Puerto Rico. So that's why NFL and Rock Nation picked him, because he's able to honestly sell out a complete residency show night after night after night in Puerto Rico. Put on an amazing show where people are dancing from beginning to end, people having a good time. It's a good time. So they know that he's a performer. He's this, record-breaking artist. He's a good time. And also his values and his principles align with Rock Nation. It's quite clear Rock Nation are picking people that are good human beings, don't have a lot of scandals, that align with Rock Nation. Yes, the last couple of halftime performances, we've seen people who have given a message. And honestly, the most impactful Super Bowl performances have been the last two ones, in my personal opinion. I'm sorry. I love Beyonce's Super Bowl halftime, but honestly, my favorite halftime as of today is Benita Bowl. That's number one for me. When I watched Benita Bowl, I cried. I felt the inclusivity, the love, the immense, rich, rich culture. And these are Hispanics, Latinos and Latinas who've been used and abused and, marginalized and just been dismissive, And the people who are saying all these bad things about Hispanics are the same people who go to Latin speaking countries on vacation, who have them, work for them. But they're not good enough to play Super Bowl halftime. I find that really disgusting. That's my position. I find it disgusting. Yes, I do. I do want to use this video as an avenue to open up people's minds about the performance, okay? I want people to understand that it's not just like more about Spanish speaking and dancing. There's a lot that went into this. There's a lot of meaning that went into this, okay? And I want you to send this video to those who are still skeptical and still, still don't understand Bonita Bowl. And I love those who did not understand, still found it a good time during those 13 minutes. And we're gonna go with go to the song. So yes, Super Bowl, Bonita Bowl was absolutely amazing. What else was I going to say? I think that's pretty much it on just the Super Bowl in general. The game apparently was really boring. The ads were weird this year. But yeah, the Bonita Bowl, like, it was weird that Seahawks and Patriots were playing during the Bonita Bowl. So let's talk about the songs. So now we're going to go into the songs. So what are the songs that were played? And I got this from a TikToker. I'm going to tell her, if I don't tell you my source on some of these things, it's because I may have forgotten, not because I don't want to, I'm just lazy. Laziness. It's the devil's work. So I got it from a TikToker. The TikToker, her name is on TikTok, Belle Explicit, BELEXPLAINSLT. Okay, or SIT. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you each and every song that he played and the meanings behind each song. Okay, the first one, Titi Mi Pregunto, and I'll also tell you some of my favorite songs. Because let me tell you, listen, the amount of times I've played Bad Bunny's album, it's gone platinum in my household. So Titi Mi Pregunto is player energy, lifestyle, and it touches upon, the pressure on, in someone's life or culturally to settle down and get married. So that's what that song is about. And I think this is the song that's kind of going viral on TikTok. That there's a girl who did a parody on it. Oh, I got girlfriends. I got many girlfriends. I'll bring it to my club. That's the song, I think. But it's really about the pressure surrounding dating and getting married and the fact that you're pressured to settle down, especially in the Latin culture and Latin cultures. Second song, Yo Parero Sola, which means I dance alone. So it's sung in a female voice. It means we grind alone. The ability to just be unapologetically ourselves, to be confident in ourselves, in a way that is endearing and that exudes confidence, that is not creepy and doesn't, invite the male gaze. The third song, Sapphire, means let's get turned up, let's party, baby. So it's about nightlife, energy. The fourth song, Voy a llevarte pe Puerto Rico. So it just means I'm going to bring you to Puerto Rico. And the song is about seducing someone, courting someone, and also just like romantic or something, specifically romanticizing Puerto Rico, seducing Puerto Rico, romanticizing Puerto Rico. So a lot of the songs are nods to Puerto Rico and also centering, Puerto Rican culture, society. EO is also one of my favorite songs. It's about flexing in life, Playboy, Bad Bunny energy. The sixth song, Monaco, flexing in life, making it in life, but also calling out to the wealthy elites. The next song, we have Die with a Smile, that was sung by Lady Gaga, and it's about chasing love in a very chaotic world. That's one with the wedding, which we'll touch upon, in a bit. Baya Inolvidable, Unforgettable Dance. I can't say it, but it's Baya Inolvidable. Oh my God. Fun fact, I've been trying to learn Spanish for many, many years. It's actually really hard. You actually have to immerse yourself into the culture. But anyways, the song is actually translated to Unforgettable Dance. So reminiscing on your long lost love and missing your love and things like that. The next song, Nueva York, Also, favorite song, 99 song. I love that song. Means New York. New York, New York. It means redefining who you are in a whole new country, in a whole new city, finding yourself, hustling. That's what Nueva York is about. 10th song, Lo que le pasó en Hawaii means what happened in Hawaii. And this started the conversation with Ricky Martin. Ricky Ricardo. Ricky Martin played his song that was started by a guy who was the guitar, who was actually that guitar is kind of like a symbol of the soul of Puerto Rico. But anyways, the song is about, making sure that Puerto Rico doesn't end up like Hawaii, where a lot of the culture is displaced, gentrification is happening, loss of resources, and they're kind of left behind. The 11th song, El Pregón, the blacklist. I can't read the black hit. I think it's the black hit. You guys correct me down below. It talks about the collapse of the Puerto Rico's infrastructure that's been going on, and I think this is played when those electric poles are being, done in the background. You see those sparks, right? 12th song, Café con Ron, means cafa and rum. And it talks about appreciating the small things in life, like having coffee in the morning and rum at night. Cute, right? 12th song, Debbie Tera Mis Fotos. So it just means I should have taken more photos. So appreciating the moment, and mourning something or someone that is no longer here. Regretting the fact that we could have appreciated the moments of that thing or of that person when that person was here. Regretting not appreciating them when they were still alive. So all of these songs have great importance. So y'all should really listen to his album with that context in mind. And that's why his album won Grammy Best Album of 2026. Grammy Award winner, baby. So we're going to start from the very beginning of the Super Bowl, Bonita Bowl. And it starts off with a guy. It's a guy with a guitar and with a straw hat. So we're gonna walk everything through. When I say we're gonna be thorough, baby. We're gonna walk everything through, okay? So he opens up Apple Music, YouTube. You press play. You see a man with a guitar and straw hat. And he says in English, but it's translated from Spanish, how great is it to be Latina? And then you see his full government name on screen. And then you go into it, and then you see what he's actually talking about. Let me just read my notes here. I'll get back to that, I guess. But anyways, I did have that here. Let me just see here. Okay, I'll get back to that. So, yes, the cursive on screen. There we go. I was like, oh, wait a minute. The cursive. So the cursive on screen, you see his full government name. And then it says, translated from Spanish to English, presents the spectacular, the spectacle of the halftime of the Super Bowl. The spectacle of the halftime. The spectacle of the Super Bowl halftime. But for some reason, anyways, you know what I mean. The spectacle of the Super Bowl halftime. And then we go into the sugar canes. If you didn't know how sugar is extracted from the natural resources of the earth, now you know now. It's by sugar canes. Okay. The sugar canes. And while we're seeing the sugar canes, we go into the columns of the sugar canes, and then we see Bonito. We see Bad Bunny. He's wearing a white jersey with 64 on the back. The 64 actually represents the year, the date of birth of his late uncle. His uncle died. People also said that it's also the year that his mother was born, but it's also the birth date of his late uncle. I'm sure some of these songs are to him as well, and I'm sure he's missing him greatly. Okay, so those sugar canes are, so we see the column, those are sugarcane plantations, that those were the backbone of Puerto Rico's colonial economy. And that colonial economy relied on enslaved African labor. Okay, and that was part of the 19th century. It was really important, and that's like the backbone of Puerto Rico's colonial economy. That's the sugar canes, and then we start seeing the little symbols of that represents the Puerto Rican society. It's also, you can say, Latin culture, Latin society too. So we're seeing coco frio, right? You see the coconut stands. You see, a couple of the guys give Baboni a couple of coconuts. So it's a coconut stand, and it's a substance for it's one of the substances of Puerto Rican workers. They use it to, and then rely on that. Coconut water has so many benefits. It has electrolytes, and it's really hydrating. So a lot of Puerto Rican workers would maybe take a break and go drink some coco frio. And then we have the man with the dominoes, and it's a symbol of community, spanning across generations, and it's a symbol of strategy, and it's just like, domino game. You sit down and connect with one another. And then you have the girls' nail salon. I mean, I think a lot of cultures have like nail salon, but I think it's really important in the Puerto Rican culture, the girl nail salon. It's really, really important. So we see that. We see women with bricks. And a lot of people have had a lot of interpretations. I think it's a symbol to show that the women in Puerto Rico did a lot of things that men did. Either it's working with bricks or construction or going up electricity pole to fix the electricity. I think a lot of women in Puerto Rico did things that men did. That's a symbol of showing how strong the women are in the Puerto Rican culture. And then you see the peragues, which is shaved ice. You see that a lot in New York. If you're in the Northeast, you know what I'm talking about. Shaved ice. It's a symbol of nostalgia and a symbol of the island life. Okay. And then we go see Via Tacos. Some of these businesses are actually real businesses. So Via Tacos is actually a real business, a real taco place, real taco business in California. It's a Cali taco stand. And the owner actually started in the kitchen of his mom's house, I believe. And now he has 6 stores across California. And it's a symbol. It's a symbol in the sense that Bad Bunny really wants to support small businesses. And it's really important to uplift small businesses. Next, boxing. I had no idea that a lot of champions come from Puerto Rico. Boxing is a huge thing. It's a nation with the best boxers, over a dozen world champions. So the boxing culture is really, really big in Puerto Rico. So that's why you see 2 men boxing or fake boxing each other. And then you see the man with jewelry. Puerto Ricans love their jewelry. Period. And then you see the man proposing to the woman. Like, I honestly kind of look at that as your cousin. You're seeing your cousin in the street being proposed. You're seeing your friend being proposed to, your family member proposing to, his girlfriend, their girlfriend. And it's really interesting because we then see them get married, not the same 2 individuals, but an actual real couple. This represents like the life cycle of the Puerto Rican culture. Think about it. And that's why I'm going to constantly ask you guys throughout this entire thing, like, how do you not get it? Like, how do you not love this? Like, what I'm saying, how do you not love this? So it's like the lifespan of Puerto Rico. So we go how Puerto Rico was built through the sugar canes, and then we go through the different symbols of Puerto Rican culture, what's the foundations of Puerto Rican society, right? And then we go into love and the community and family into the next section, right? So we then see the man proposing to the woman, and then we step back, and then we see Benito on a house. It's actually a house. People are saying it's something else, but it's a house, it's a home, and then you have people dancing in front of the home, like having a good time. This is the part that I need help with, and maybe you guys can help me explain. Him falling through the house, I don't know what the symbol about that is, but him falling through the house, and then you see a whole family in the living room, the little boys playing video games, crashing into their home. Is that a symbol of the world crashing into their family, their sacred home. And Bad Bunny comes out of the house, he moves, opens the door, and then he walks through the door. And then we see women of color dancing. We see two men dancing, kind of representing that Puerto Ricans are not just light-skinned Puerto Ricans. We have Africans too. This is for everybody in the diaspora, okay? Talking about, all Puerto Ricans, and Puerto Ricans includes Black Puerto Ricans, and also the LGBTQS plus, the two men dancing on each other, everybody just having a good time. And this inclusive nature, this utopia that like has me written all over it, honestly. This utopia of like everybody's included, all shades, all colors, all shapes and sizes, tall, small, big, sexual orientation, gender, everybody's included and everybody's dancing and having a good time. And then you see the violins. The violins are playing, Bad Bunny is then gliding, and then he talks to the screen. This was a point where like I needed somebody to help me interpret what he was trying to say, because he was clearly giving a message to the people watching from home. It kind of resembles Kendrick Lamar smiling and going, So let me tell you what he says. So he said, men dancing without fear. You're listening to music from Puerto Rico, from the houses. My name is Benito. Oh, am I reading the wrong section? Oh, no, I'm not. Let me continue. My name is Benito. If I am here at Super Bowl 60th, it's because I never, nunca para mí, I never stop believing in myself. You should believe in yourself. You are worth more than what you think. Believe me. And that's exactly what he said to the screen when he was talking to us, breaking that fourth wall. Okay. Again, how can you not like this? Like, again, like I don't get some of y'all. And then the couple gets married. That's a real couple. So apparently over the years, Bad Bunny's fans have been wanting Bad Bunny to come to their wedding. And of course he declines. He's a big artist. He got big other things to do. But he's like, you know what? Let me pick one of you to be part of my performance here. Part of my, big grand party full of culture and color and language and meaning and history. So he picks one of those couples, one of set of fans, and they are actually getting married. And the person who was moderating that wedding was an actual, I'm forgetting the word, the person who facilitates weddings. You have to get a certificate for. What is it called? Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so that was an actual couple. Incredible. And then Lady Gaga sings. Now, everybody has like different opinions about Lady Gaga and why she was there. People are saying that Lady Gaga should not have been there. It was a distraction. Yada. And before Lady Gaga sings, what Bad Bunny actually says is like, oh, is this what you're looking for? And then Bad Bunny sings. Sorry, this is what Bad Bunny says before Lady Gaga sings. Bad Bunny said, is this what you're looking for? And Lady Gaga sings. Now, what is Lady Gaga wearing? Lady Gaga's wearing a light blue dress with Puerto Rican's national flower, the red flower. The light blue dress is really important because it's an ode to the original Puerto Rican flag. The original Puerto Rican flag that has the light blue instead of the dark blue. The light blue is pre-colonial, and the dark blue, is connected to the current dark blue on the American flag. So the light blue represents sovereignty and resistance, and that's really important. So that red flower is Puerto Rican's national flower. If you didn't know that, yeah. And how can you not like this? Truly. Now, when Lady Gaga sings, and I think around this time, Bad Bunny says, when one is alive, and he's saying all this in Spanish, but we have this translated. When one is alive, you should move as much as possible. Dance without fear. Love without fear. Sacrifice Enjoy the cause. Enjoy. Because this is only for a brief moment in time. Okay? San Francisco. No, not sacrifice. Oh my God. I really need to work on my handwriting. Danger. San Francisco, enjoy this because it's only for a brief moment in time. That's exactly what he said. And then Lady Gaga starts dancing on him. I can dance. If y'all wonder if I can actually dance. Let's continue, girls and boys and they and them and yeah. Anyways. Oh my God, I'm so crazy. Anyways, and you guys, I'll just say you guys. Y'all know what I meant by that. Anyways, and then, there was a wedding party. Bad Bunny then wakes up the little boy on the bench, which it's not only in Latin culture. There's a lot of, kids end up sleeping at, huge celebrations and parties and things like that. And, either your aunt or your grandpa or your mom or your older sibling ends up waking you on the bench. And then we got that. The next, he jumps off the roof. He jumps off the roof into the sea of people who catches him. And him, I'm talking about Benito. Benito jumps off the roof to a sea of people that actually catches him. This trust fall symbolizes trust built with this community, that we should all support one another. So, and in supporting one another, we should rely on one another. That's what that fall represents. Now, and then we see the shops, the bodega shops, the LA margaritas, and a lot of these shops that we're seeing, because now we're going into New York, Nueva York. Okay, we're going into all of that, and we're seeing all the bodega shops, and we're seeing the caneo. Am I saying this correctly? It's the girl from the only Puerto Rican social clubs. She's from New York. And there's an old lady in a shop that gives this little drink. It's coconut rum. And it's called coconito. No, coconita. Yes, coconita. And she's the only person, I believe, or one of the only few who heads Puerto Rican social clubs in America. In fact, every June 22nd, people celebrate her in her name. People celebrate her. And she comes from New York. And she's there giving, Benito coconut rum. Coconita. Now, Bad Bunny then gives the Grammy to the little boy. We thought the little boy was from the boy who was detained by ICE, Immigration Services in America, but it wasn't the same boy after further investigation. I never said it. And the boys don't even look alike, so I don't know why. I don't know who even started that rumor. But the boy's actually an actual actor. He has his own Instagram page. So if people want to hire him for certain things, you can. So he's an actual actor. And Benito, Bad Bunny, hired him for the Super Bowl halftime. And it represents, of course, it's very obvious symbolism. Bad Bunny giving the award to his younger self and saying to him, if I had this correctly, okay. I always believe in myself. Believe in themselves. Yeah. So translated from Spanish to English, I always believed in myself. And then he gives the little boy the Grammy. How can you not like everything what I'm saying? How can you still say, oh, it wasn't that good? Guys, stop. And then we go to Ricky Martin. But before Ricky Martin plays, it's a guy with a guitar. And that guitar is really important. That man with the guitar is a guitar that was started in Puerto Rico in the 16th century, and it's a symbol of Puerto Rican soul. Okay, it's a symbol. It's a very common instrument that produces a very common sound, and it's in many different genres today. And it is used to introduce in this particular halftime, this particular performance, Ricky Martin's song, which is an ode to Hawaii, really odds to the old Puerto Rico, and kind of a political anthem to remind us that we shouldn't turn Puerto Rico into what Hawaii is. Okay. And it's basically like a reminder, like a political anthem, and being like, we need to, secure our land. We need to protect our land, our people, our culture, our societies, our history, so we don't turn into Hawaii. And Ricky Martin was the best person to do it because, number one, Ricky Martin is from Puerto Rico. His nationality, ethnicity, he's from Puerto Rico. And he helped a lot with the storm. There was a storm, I think a hurricane in Puerto Rico, 2018, 2019, correct me all. And Ricky Martin raised a lot of money, I think $4 million, to help the country of Puerto Rico. And it was really amazing. It was really amazing of Ricky Martin. So Ricky Martin is the best person to sing that song. And the song I told you guys about earlier, it was... It was Lo que le pasó a Hawaii, what happened to Hawaii. So that was really important that Ricky Martin did that, because he loves Puerto Rico. He's trying to save Puerto Rico and bring it back to its original glory. And he's really been there and helping the Puerto Rican people. So Ricky Martin singing that song was just absolutely beautiful. And another unrelated note, Ricky Martin looked hot. He was hot. So Ricky Martin, I don't know what type of, I don't know what he did to his face, but listen, when I get that old, I want that. whatever facelift, whatever oils, whatever spot, like whatever it is, I want out of it, because Ricky Martin does not look his age. He looks 25. He looks 30. Like, people put Tom Brady and Ricky Martin's face. Listen, racialized people, they don't crack. We don't crack, y'all. Like, we get better with, like, we're like fine wine. We're like cheese. We're like, no, not like processed cheese, but like, you know what? We're like wine. Let's stick with wine. I like that. We get better with age. We don't crack. Yes, Ricky. Yes, Ricky Ricardo. Yes, we love that. And then we see the electricity pole. So as we know, and this is also quite obvious, the country of Puerto Rico had some issues with their electricity. So because the government is so corrupt and does not have a great infrastructure, the people in Puerto Rico, who are living in their houses, will leave their houses and climb the poles and fix the electricity themselves. There have been days and months and weeks in which they would have no electricity, and they would have to live life and with no electricity. Till this day, I believe. Which is crazy. So you see some of Bad Bunny's dancers climbing up the pole. You see Bad Bunny climbing. Before he climbs up there, he's holding this flag. And he's holding the original Puerto Rican flag. The original, the GOAT. Okay? And it represents telling everybody, hey, y'all, it's time. It's time. We need help. It's time to rise up. It's time to help the Puerto Rican people. But we need everyone's help. And Bad Bunny climbing the pole is him basically saying, I'm also going to help. You should help. We should all help each other. We're all connected. But I'm going to personally help as well. I also have some responsibility here. Okay? So it was great to see that. It's like a learning lesson. Again, how can you not love any of this? And then you see the flags, and then you see God Bless America. Now, what people did not get, and I think when people made TikToks about it, people then understood what he was saying. He then gets the football and says, God Bless America, say. That means say, which means includes every single country from the top, Canada and Alaska, and all the way down to Jamaica, every single person, including Haiti, Dominican Republic, every single country, because It's a way to decenter the US and to remind people we're all connected, and to also shout out to all the Latinas, all the Latinos, all the Hispanics in the diaspora, people who are living in Canada, people who are mi gente español. People are now calling Canada Canada. People who live in Hispanic people live in Alaska, Hispanic people who live in Jamaica, Hispanic people who live in Haiti. He's calling everybody out saying that we're all connected. The Americas include all of us. And I think that's such a beautiful message. And how can you not like that? Like, this is what I'm saying, right? How can you not like that? How can you not like that beautiful message that it's not just God bless America, it's God bless the Americas. America is in the continent, in the North American continent. This is North America. So we're all connected. I think that's so beautiful. Like, he touched upon everything, the Black Latinos, the LGBTQ, family, love, history. It's like an entire like, college course in 13 minutes. And I've watched the Super Bowl, I don't know, 10 times now. And I cry, I tear up and I get goosebumps each and every time. And I loved it. It's my favorite. This is my favorite. I think it's definitely Beyonce and then Kendrick. Yes, that's kind of how I rank the Bonita Bowl. It's been so good. I don't know how you guys don't love this. I don't know how people can still look at that and be like, that's divisive. Not enough non-white. Like, a lot of the things people are saying are quite rooted in bigotry and prejudice and, of course, racism. But I had such a good time watching it, and I've been watching it ever since. Bad Bunny's album stays platinum in my household. Period. But no, I mean, his message this entire halftime represents me, like, including everybody, of all shapes and size and colors, and just like this utopia of people. That's how my brain works. Like, I include everybody. I don't care who you are. We're all connected. We are all a community. We're all people. Live in the moment. Spread love. Because it's fleeting, So let me know what you guys think about the performance. I know there's a lot of things I missed out in this, but let me know in the comments. And I'll see you guys when I see you. Stay woke, stay healthy, stay safe. Do you guys like that? You guys like stay woke, stay healthy, stay safe? I don't hate the word woke, but some of y'all are triggered by it. Don't forget to subscribe and follow. Thanks, ciao.